Red food dye is a controversial substance because it affects everyone differently. Some people experience negative effects from it, whereas others experience nothing. According to Josh Villanfranco, in the article Banning Red Food Dye in the United States Prevents Adverse Health Issues, they can also worsen health problems such as increasing inflammation in the body, disrupting one's immune system, and at times can even contain cancerous toxins. Red food dye should be banned in the United States. Today, I am going to be discussing the effects that red food dye has on our health. To help us understand why it is bad for us, I will first discuss why it can be counted as a carcinogen. Then we will take a look at a personal experience from Mara Nelson, who suffered from night terrors. We will end by discussing how red food dye can cause migraines. To help us understand what red food dye does, we will begin by discussing why it can cause cancer. According to the Academic Search Premier database, cochineal extract is a red food dye made from the dried insects' bodies. The Food and Drug Administration now requires that it be listed on food labels because it can cause life-threatening allergic reactions in some people. Also, artificial food colors have been linked to hyperactivity in children. This article also talks about how red food dye has been linked to different types of cancer. If something causes cancer, why would we consume it? Now that we have discussed that red food dye can cause cancer, we will now talk about how it can cause night terrors. Mara Nelson, a 6th grader at Lisbon High School, used to suffer from night terrors as a child anytime she ate red food dye. I interviewed Mara to get a better understanding. I asked Mara how red food dye made her feel. She responded, "It made me feel really sleepy. When I would fall asleep, I would have night terrors." I then asked Mara what foods affected her the most. Mara said, "I noticed it the most when I ingested red licorice or red gummy candies. A lot of candies have food dye additives in them to make them more appealing to the eye." Mara said her favorite candy used to be licorice, but she needed to stop eating it due to her night terrors. One of the last questions I asked Mara was, "What is your state of mind when you would wake up?" Mara explained that she was very out of it and she would be drenched in sweat. Sometimes she would even be crying. She describes the experience as scary. Now that we have gotten first-hand knowledge from Mara Nelson, let's end by discussing why red food dye can cause migraines. According to Marlo Mittler in the article, Can Red Food Dye Cause Allergies or Behavioral Problems? Food dyes, including red dye 40, have been associated with migraines. It is not directly known why food colorings trigger headaches or migraines. He also states that it is a food intolerance and not an allergy. In order to stop the headaches, you need to stop consuming. Migraines are terrible. You would think we would want to avoid them at all costs. Today, we have explored what red food dye does to us. It can cause cancer, nightmares, and migraines. Overall, red food dye is something we should definitely try our hardest to stay away from. Nothing good comes from it other than appearance. In order to prevent red food dye from affecting our health, please take a deeper look at how it affects your body when you think about ingesting it.